Gosh, what an absolutely
That's
massive
why we
play to
all
start the
wanna
game.
Sit
Is he
down.
going to get the
We're
one
the
shot? He
same
gets the
level.
one hit KO!
Hey everybody, welcome to Pokemon Feet, Pokemon facts, Easter eggs, and trivia. I'm going to try to teach you something you don't know about the Pokemon series, but if I fail, whatever. Let's do it. Rock was the typing of the first gym ever, way back in Pewter City. So, why don't we start with our own rock type fact for this week? Before Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire, Lairon didn't learn any rock type moves through leveling up, despite being part rock type itself. Finally, in the latest installment to the series, I guess Game Freak realized that this was pretty weird and gave the Iron Armor Pokemon a whopping couple of stab rock type moves, which are Rock Tomb at level 13 and Rock Slide at level 25. Let's have some more rock fun. Did you notice that Lance's Aerodactyl had Rock Slide in Gold, Silver, and Crystal when you couldn't get it normally? Yep, Aerodactyl can't learn Rock Slide until after Ruby and Sapphire, and even then not by level up until Generation 4. Filthy cheaters! In the first generation games, attacks using a special damage formula, such as Seismic Toss, Sonic Boom, and Dragon Rage, ignored the type chart completely, including immunities. Speaking of Red and Blue, a lot of people missed the fact that Psychic was immune to Ghost, not weak to it. This misunderstanding was propagated by the anime, which had a special subplot revolving around Ash getting a Haunter in order to beat Sabrina, when in reality, a Haunter would have been a terrible choice, because not only should Ghost attacks not affect Sabrina's Pokemon at all, but being partly Poison type, Haunter would have been weak to Psychic attacks as well. Now this one, I think it's pretty cool. Remember Joey and his Rattata? How could anyone forget? Well, there's a rumor that Joey's Rattata actually has flawless IVs, and that's why Joey always claimed that his Pokemon was in the top percentage of all Rattata. Well, here's the deal. Joey's Rattata actually has a whopping 0 IVs in all stats. Now, this fact shouldn't actually be that surprising. It's quite common for trainers to have all 0 IVs on their Pokemon, but this isn't the case for every trainer. Tougher trainer classes have higher IVs to represent superior difficulty, and all IVs for a given Pokemon are equal. Some approximate examples would be Rocket Grunts, who have 3s for all of their IVs, Ace Trainers, which have 6 or 7s, Kimono Girls have 18s, the Heart Gold Soul Silver Kanto Gym Leaders have 25s, and the Elite Four and Champion have 30s. Also, trainer Pokemon never have EVs and never have beneficial natures, except by chance. While on this topic, there was another rumor that went around for a while, but has since been busted. Contrary to popular belief, Cynthia's Pokemon did not have 31 IVs in all stats. They had all 30s, just like the rest of the Elite Four and Champions. The shadows of Jumpluff's Cotton Puffs are square-shaped in Pokemon Coliseum. Why would they even do that? Moving on, people make mistakes, and Game Freak is no exception. Remember that drowsy fact back in episode 10? Well, in Pokemon Black, during the player's first encounter with Tornadus, Thunderous's cry is heard instead. Now, tell me if this isn't at least a little bit creepy. Snorunt evolves into Frostlass through the use of a Dawnstone, right? Well, have you ever considered that Snorunt is a pure ice type, whereas Frostlass is Ice Ghost? If being a ghost type works how you think it would, then technically using a Dawnstone kills your Snorunt in order to make Frostlass come about? Is that right? That's pretty creepy. We've seen many different crime syndicates rise and fall throughout the years in the Pokemon games. And honestly, coming from the perspective of someone who has played each and every one, Team Rocket to me always seemed like one of the more, I don't know, harmless of the group. Most teams try to destroy most of humanity in one way or the other, while Team Rocket just sort of bumbles around with a fleet of Zubat. That being said, there was almost a much darker side to Team Rocket's boss's personality. In the Japanese beta of Red and Blue, Giovanni actually threatened to kill the player character after his defeat at Saffron. He threatened to kill you in a Pokemon game. Whew, now that we got that out of the way, Easter egg time. Little Mac, the protagonist of Nintendo's Punch-Out series, weighs 107 pounds in the original Punch-Out game. So why is this important? Well, can you think of any Pokemon that revolve around boxing? That's right, Hitmonchan. Do you want to venture a guess at what Hitmonchan's national Pokedex number is? That's correct, 107. How cool. Oh man, we had a weeb fact last week, and here we are with another anime reference for you guys. I wonder if anyone realized that the man who voiced Lucario in the 8th movie of the Pokemon franchise, Sean Schemmel, was also the voice of Goku in Dragon Ball Z. Oh no, another week and another ending to Pokemon Feet. Well, I'll finish us up with something that really bugged me as a child. If you're old like me and played Generations 1 and 2, you might remember being upset by the fact that you couldn't trade your Pokemon up to Fire Red and Leaf Green. Well, Game Freak actually did this for a specific reason other than to simply piss me off. The truth is, the Pokemon in Red and Blue and Gold, Silver, and Crystal only had a maximum of 15 IVs in their respective games, whereas the Pokemon in Fire Red, Leaf Green, and onwards had their maximum IV values increased to 31s as a way to create more variation in Pokemon strength throughout the games. So, Game Freak couldn't allow the old Pokemon to be moved up due to this difference. Go figure. Thanks so much for watching, everybody. I hope you had a good time on this week's episode of Pokemon Feet. If you liked it, feel free to leave me a like or a comment. Both of those are pretty freaking amazing. And if you think you can put up with me again, feel free to maybe even hit that subscribe button. I don't know, up to you, but it'd be pretty cool. Anyway, thanks so much for watching. I hope you guys had a good time, and I hope to see you guys back here next week on another episode of Pokemon Feet.
Who's that Pokemon?
Foot.
Seismitoad. Ribbit.
Foot.